Skipping lattes won't make you rich. The math doesn't work. You don't have a spending problem. You have an income ceiling. If your income hasn't changed in 3 years, you're not stuck. You're being outpaced, quietly, every single day. Rent goes up, food goes up, everything moves. Except you. Today we fix that. I'll show you how to build an income shovel and add $20,000 to your income in the next 12 months. No hype, no second job burnout. Just one skill, one system, one shift. 3 years ago, I was making $38,000 a year, budgeting everything, tracking every dollar, packing lunches, skipping concerts, doing everything right. And I was still stressed. Not because I was bad with money, because I was using a spoon in a world that rewards excavators. I remember checking my bank account after paying rent and thinking, how am I doing everything right and still losing? That's when it clicked. It wasn't a spending issue. It was an earning problem. I was in logistics. The skill was data reporting. It took me 4 months to learn it. Nobody else on my team had it. That was the gap. In 14 months, I went from $38K to $67,000. Same industry. No new degree, no job hop, just one shift. I stopped trying to optimize survival and started building leverage. I'm Jack. I take complex money strategies and turn them into systems you can actually use. No courses, no link in bio traps, no $997 nonsense. The only cost here is your focus. Defense keeps you from losing. Offense is how you win. Personal Finance Online is obsessed with defense. Cut this. Cancel that. Skip coffee. Cool. Now you've saved, what, $300 a month? Meanwhile, your rent goes up $400. You're running on a treadmill that's speeding up. If you make $35K, you can be the most disciplined saver alive and still fall behind. Because the cost of living is a moving target no coupon book can outrun. Here's the brutal math. The average American spends $18,000 a year on non-negotiables. Housing, food, transportation, healthcare. If you make $35K, you have $17,000 left to work with. After taxes, less. Expenses have a floor, non-negotiable. But income, no ceiling, zero. A $20,000 raise isn't just money. It's $1,600 a month. That's breathing room. That's your rent paid. That's your index funds compounding. That's freedom made real. Quick question. Be honest. If nothing changes, where will your income be 3 years from now? Exactly. Think of your career like an engine. Small engine. You can polish it, optimize it, make it efficient. Still slow. Most people choose low-friction paths. Delivery, retail, basic admin work. Easy to enter, easy to replace. Low pay, that's linear income. You trade hours for dollars. Car stops, money stops. Leverage income is different. You get paid for impact, not time. Data analysis, specialized sales, automation, AI workflows, cybersecurity. You don't get paid more because you worked harder. You get paid more because you're harder to replace. And the gap between linear and leverage? Right now, it's roughly $40,000 a year. Don't become a manager unless you love meetings. Become a specialist. Same money, half the chaos. Specialists solve problems. Managers coordinate people who solve problems. One of those is harder to replace. You don't need another degree. You don't need permission. You need 60 minutes a day. That's it. The average person scrolls 2 to 3 hours daily. Gone. No return. We're taking 1 hour back and converting it into skill capital. 1 hour a day for 300 days is 300 hours. That's enough to go from beginner to dangerous in a high-value skill. And here's the opportunity. Right now, there's a 12 to 18-month window where certain skills are still underpriced. AI, automation, data tools, revenue-driving roles. After that, everyone floods in. The market saturates, salaries compress. Most people pick the wrong skill and waste a full year. We fix that in Chapter 4. Right now, you're early, but not for long. When you become rare, you become expensive. I know what you're thinking. Okay, 1 hour, but doing what? Here's the breakdown I used. 20 minutes of structured learning, a course, a textbook, documentation. Whatever gets you to competent faster. 20 minutes of applied practice. You learn a concept, you immediately use it. Real project, fake data set, doesn't matter. The brain locks it in through doing. 20 minutes of community. LinkedIn, Reddit, Discord. Follow the people already doing the job you want. Watch how they talk. Watch what they post. Start speaking the language. That last 20 minutes? That's how you get noticed before you even apply. So you've committed the hour. Now the question is, what do you study? Most people get this wrong. They follow passion. Passion doesn't pay. Demand does. Here's the play. Go to a job board. Search roles in your field. Filter for positions open 30 or more days. That's not random. That's pain. A company has been trying to hire for a month and failing. That means two things. The skill's rare and they're willing to pay more. High demand, high difficulty. That's the $20,000 raise zone. You don't guess your way there. You observe your way there. Pause right now. Open a job board. Type specialist in your industry. Look at the salaries. Now look at yours. That gap? That's not luck. That's skill distance. Before you pick a skill, you need a baseline. Here's exactly what I did. I pulled my job description and highlighted every skill listed. Then I found 3 specialist job postings in my industry paying 30 to 40% more. I made one list. Skills they required that I didn't have. That list is your curriculum, not a course you stumbled on, not a YouTube rabbit hole. The market told me what to learn. I just listened. And here's the warning. If you pick the wrong skill at this stage, you waste 6 to 12 months. Not a little time. Half a year? Gone. Do the audit. Pick in a week. Speed is part of the strategy. Here's the mistake people make. They build skills and then stay quiet. Skills don't pay. Positioning pays. Stop saying, I've been here a year. I work really hard. I feel like I deserve more. No one cares. Loyalty is not a business metric. Emotional arguments don't land in a boardroom. Say this instead. I've developed X skill, which improved Y metric by Z%. I want to double down on this specialist track to drive more ROI for the firm. Can we align my compensation with this new level of value? Now you're not asking, you're presenting a business case. And one more thing, come in with 3 numbers. Your target, your acceptable, your walk away. Know all 3 before you sit down. Here's where most people blow it. You land the $20K raise and lease a faster car. Congratulations, you just traded your freedom for leather seats. Lifestyle inflation is silent. It doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like a reward. That's why it's so dangerous. Instead, build a tax waterfall before the money hits your checking account. Employer match first. Most companies match up to 5%. That's an instant 100% return on day one. If you're not maxing this, you're literally leaving your salary on the table. Roth IRA next. Tax-free growth. You pay taxes now on the smaller number. Future, you pays nothing. HSA last. And this one surprises people. Only 36% of eligible workers use one. Triple tax advantage. Contributions go in tax-free. Growth is tax-free. Withdrawals for medical are tax-free. Every other account gives you one of those. The HSA gives you all 3. Automate it first, then live on what's left. Hide the money from yourself. Stay broke on the surface. Get rich underneath. Every raise creates a wedge, the space between what you earn and what you spend. Most people let the wedge close. New car, nicer apartment, better restaurants. The wedge disappears and they're back to square one at a higher income level. Protect the wedge. Every time your income goes up, freeze your lifestyle. 1 year minimum. That wedge invested becomes acceleration. That wedge spent becomes nothing. You earned the raise. Now let the raise work for you. Final math. Let's make it real. Saving $500 a month with a small shovel, decades to critical mass. Now add $2,000 a month from increased income shoveled straight into the wedge. Everything changes. You hit the acceleration phase where money starts working harder than you. That gap between what you earn and what you spend, that's your freedom engine. Protect it. Grow it. Never inflate it away. Keep the spoon lifestyle. Build the excavator engine. Year 1, you add the skill. Year 2, you negotiate the raise. Year 3, you compound the gap. That's the system. That's the whole thing. This isn't about working harder. It's about solving higher value problems. One skill, 1 year. That decision can buy back decades of your life. The people who figure this out early don't stress about layoffs. They don't beg for raises. They don't wonder if they're worth more. They know they are. And the market proves it. Download the Skill Audit Matrix in the description. Run your numbers tonight. And before you go, tell me one thing. What skill are you picking up? Drop it below. Let's sharpen the shovel together.